Humor Beyond Borders: A comparison of selected stories by P. G. Wodehouse and Shivram Chakraborty. This is the content of my paper. The significance of humor is so conspicuous in literature that a large body of literary theory is founded on comedy or comic literature and has developed over time. P. G. Wodehouse's comic effects in his iconic body of humorous literature are indelibly etched on the minds of the reader. Wodehouse's strategies for comic effects in his short stories may be aptly compared with that of Shivram Chakraborty in Bengali literature. Both the humorists have an extensive body of comic literature which inspires creativity even in the present day. Founded upon some of the popular theories of humor like incongruity and ambivalence, this paper attempts to compare some of the short stories of the two authors. Humor connotes something positive or socially desirable, referring to anything people say or do that is intended to be comic and evokes laughter in others. The laughable, according to Bergson, is something mechanical, encrusted on the living. Superiority theory is linked with Thomas Hobbes. Our laughter expresses feelings of superiority over other people or over a former state of ourselves. In P.G. Wodehouse is Indian Summer of an Uncle, a reader can feel the sense of superiority over Uncle George. Wooster's Uncle George is extremely fat and habitually overeats. In spite of being old, he is determined to marry a young waitress, Miss Rhoda Platt. He has earlier wooed Maudie, a barmaid, and was about to marry her when his family had interfered and offered a lot of money to give him up, and she had agreed. Through a series of events, Uncle George and Maudie are finally united. Gofnia Tanatani, a tug-of-war with a mustache, perfectly illustrates this theory. Laxman is a peon at the municipal corporation office with a heavy mustache. At a time when beards and mustaches were not the trend, he attracts the wrong kind of attention from his supervisor, who asks him to shave off his mustache. Since Lakshman likes his mustache and is too attached to it, he finds it impossible to shave it away. The supervisor reports this to the head of the department, who in turn escalates this to the senior deputy chief officer, who further reports it to the mayor. Laxman is summoned to the mayor's office, with whom Laxman pleads tear-eyed, but then he notices a mustache on his jovial face. The mayor assures him that no one would ever object to Laxman's mustache since the former has one. It is easy for the reader to look down upon Laxman because of either his designation or his desperate attachment for his mustache. Incongruity theory is a theory in which we expect one thing and another is said, and here our own disappointed expectation makes us laugh. Woodhouse's story, the episode of on the dog Macintosh, is an appropriate example demonstrating a number of unexpected events. Aunt Agatha leaves her beloved pet dog with Bertie Wooster's care because she has to go for a medical treatment. The Blumenfields take the dog away in Wooster's absence, and in the absence of the Blumenfields, the and with the help of Roberta Wickham, Wooster and Jeeves restore the dog from their hotel suite. When Mr. Blumenfield comes to Wooster's house to take the dog away, Jeeves tells him that Wooster is mad and particularly dangerous for fat men like Mr. Blumenfield. Jeeves also hands him another dog. Blumenfield does not even notice the replacement. He rewards Jeeves generously and goes away. In Chakravarti's story, Nikunj Kakur Golpo, Uncle Nikunj's story, of the three uncles of Shibram, the eldest and the youngest are married. Their wives' tumultuous bickering all day continuously ruins the peace of the household. The eldest and the youngest uncles often complain to their unmarried brother about the perennial discord between their wives. When Nikunj suggests that they should have killed the cat on the first night, alluding to a Persian story, they challenge him to prove it by getting married. The bride they select for Nikunj is the most belligerent woman in the village. Nikunj forbids his family members or anybody he knows from attending his wedding. He rides a rickety horse to the wedding venue and with a rifle slung to his shoulder. While returning from the wedding, when his horse trips for the third time, he shoots the animal dead with his rifle. His wife protests, but Nikunj regards this objection as the first instance. Fearing that she too would be shot dead at the third instance, Nikunj's wife never argues with him and silently goes about her household chores for the rest of her life. So instead of treating his wife with kindness, she is metaphorically placed at the point of a rifle shot to achieve the desired peace in the household. In relief theory, we expend a large packet of energy to understand something large and a small packet of energy to understand something small. In Woodhouse's story, The Ordeal of Young Tuppy, Wooster and Jeeves were packing up to go to Sir Reginald Witherspoon's house. At this time, Wooster receives Tuppy Glossop's telegram urgently asking Wooster to bring an Irish water spaniel and a pair of football boots for him when Wooster would come to that place. Aunt Dahlia complains to Wooster that her daughter Angela has quarreled with her fiancé Glossop and has told her that she looked like a Pekingese in her new hat. Ever since then, Glossop has been flirting with Miss Dalglish, uh, for whom he had asked for the water spaniel. With the necessary interventions from Jeevan Wooster, Glossop is betrayed by Miss Dalglish and dramatically returns to Angela. In the story Patravahak, The Career of a Letter, Harshavardhan's wife has been urging him to mail a letter. However, he has forgotten each time. Um, when Harshavardhan returns from his workplace, his wife finds the undelivered letter in his pocket and gets furious. She hatches a plan to get the letter mailed. The next day, right from the neighbors to his co passengers on the train, as well as his colleagues at the workplace, keep reminding him to mail the letter. When he returns um, close to his house, he meets his brother Govardhan, who mails the letter for him. Harshavardhan cannot figure out how so many people, including strangers, know about this undelivered letter. The secret is unraveled when he returns home, takes off his coat, and hangs it from the peg. Pinned to the coat, a note reads, "Please remind my husband to mail my urgent letter to my mother." Next, we have ambivalence theory, which denotes a mingling of attraction and repulsion. Woodhouse's story, Jeeves and the Song of Song, exemplifies this quality. Young Tuppy Glossop had tricked Bertie Wooster to fall into a swimming pool at Drone's club. Since then, Wooster wants to take revenge. Instead, when the story opens, Mr. Glossop comes to Wooster asking him to convince his fiancée and opera singer Cora Bellinger that Glossop dislikes practical jokes and the incident at Drone's club is false. He learns from Aunt Dahlia complains to Wooster how her daughter Angela has been wooed, abandoned, and thereby left heartbroken by Glossop. She wants Glossop to return to Angela. As a result, Jeeves plays such a trick at the entertainment that Glossop is jeered by his audience during the performance. Rooster's revenge is complete, resplendent with success. At the end of the story, Glossop falls from Bellinger's favor and resolves to return to Angela, his old flame. One may feel both attracted as well as repulsed by the actions of Glossop and Wooster. Chakravarti's story Rinan Kritva is a classic example of this theory. The author Shibram has to pay his rent to the landlord. On a Wednesday, Shibram borrows money from Harshvardhan and returns it to Govardhan with gratitude on Saturday. He repeats this until this becomes a cyclical habit. One day, the author meets both the brothers Harshavardhan and Govardhan together. So he tells them to alternate the debts between them on their own so that he would not intervene any longer between them. On one hand, one may feel attracted to the way Shivram endeavors to clear his debts, but on the other, the reader may feel repulsed by the protagonist's lack of ethical values and continual chain of debts that he has contrived. So, a comparison of the stories of Woodhouse and Chakravarti through the humor theory proposed by sage Bharata in his famous treatise Natya Shastra can offer a new lens of criticism and comparison. Um, in addition, Chakravarti's story, while Woodhouse's humor emerges from the erratic juxtaposition of incongruous situations, Chakravarti's stories abound in puns which are obviously lost in translation. While Woodhouse's characters are usually elite and refined in their disposition, Chakravarti's characters belong to commonplace middle class Bengali households. However, both the humorists project unexpected subversions which make their writing hilarious. The element of satire governs much of their tone and approach. Both writers have seamlessly woven humor into their writing in such a way that their literature continues to inspire and entertain its ardent readers in the present day and for generations to come. Thank you.